All right, so we have the new Megilda right here, and I already know, man, you global people are probably wondering to yourself, like, yo, Marilli, should I even bother summoning for this character, and what is she even good at? And I've been playing her for a good minute, and she's decent on the deer. She's really good on the wolves, especially paired alongside a Thonar. And on Nidhogg, she's a little bit decent if you have the right, correct combinations. A little bit tricky with her on Nidhogg, but this is what she does. She gives you HP related stats by 6% every time she uses a skill, up to 30%. And every time she uses a skill, she gives you 1 gauge. And if she cleanses a debuff, she heals you by 20% of your max HP, which is really, really solid, because right now, this is what we're going to be doing, man. We're going to be trying out the wolves without Thonar. Yes, boys, without Thonar. I've been seeing my boy Amazing struggle against the wolves on his free-to-play account, which doesn't have Thonar, and he wanted me to try out Megilda instead of Thonar to see how well that would work. And the first thing I saw when I was seeing him struggle with this Megilda, because he was trying her out, is that this man lacked damage. And that's why we have Fesgother right here, because with Fesgother, his holy relic is, if he's at max gauge, he gives everybody 25% attack related stats. And then, you know, he has his passive, which gives us HP and attack as well, which is really, really solid. And again, we have Freyr and Green Elizabeth. Green Elizabeth and Megilda are going to allow us to cycle ultimates pretty fast, which is going to be really, really solid for us, because again, you want to keep having Fesgother holy relic proc, because you want to have that attack related stats. So we're going to be trying out the wolves for you guys to see if you can do it without using Thonar. And hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully it helps you out. All right, so my boy Amazing, I went to like one of his streams, pretty much saw him like struggling on the wolves because this man didn't have Thonar. So I wanted to try out this team since we got the new Megilda, and she pretty much does the same thing as Thonar, but without the attack boost. So I thought to myself, like, yo, maybe I could just use this team and probably just add like something like Fesgother instead to make up for the attack boost, especially because this Megilda really likes to have you cycle your ultimates pretty fast. So that's why I got Green Elizabeth right here as well instead of like another character, because she can help you cycle your ultimate pretty fast. And with Megilda, you also get that extra HP related stats, which is really, really good if you want to like heal up a lot faster. Now I feel like you can probably use, I don't know, like trade Meliodas instead of Elizabeth too. I just felt like, yeah, the thing is with Megilda is that it's very hard to get heals, because with Megilda's passive, basically the only way you heal if you have a debuff on you. So what happens when you don't have that many debuff on you? You're not gonna be able to heal. So that's why I was like, yo, maybe I should just use Elizabeth, and then I can have the double ult rushing combination, pretty much allow you to cycle your ultimate pretty fast. Now, the only bad thing about this type of team is that you only have one character who can clear stance, which is going to be Freyr. So most of the time you do a lot of stalling, so you can have a chance to attack the bosses for the most part. But it's not that bad, you know, especially because you get all the HP related stats from Megilda, and then you get some for Gother from his passive, and then you can also heal as well using Elizabeth. So it's not as bad as you think it is. And you're gonna be seeing most of the time in this run that I feel like I felt like I was just invincible. Like even the moments where I didn't get like stance cards and stuff like that, I just felt invincible. Now again, the whole play is just to play off of this cycling your ultimates and stuff like that, so you can get rid of the boss. I'm probably gonna talk about my gear set at the beginning of the video so you guys can see what it is. But yeah, this is how I usually was dealing with the first floor. Again, it does take a lot of time, especially if you get like bad RNG, and or if you misplay a little bit, like I was doing a little bit right here. Like right here, I misplayed. I thought my car would hit a lot harder, but I forgot that the stance was still up, so I couldn't get rid of him. But with Megilda, it wasn't that bad. Like I thought it'd be worse with this Megilda, but she does make up as a kind of like a bootleg Thonar. Again, I feel like with Thonar you have a lot more options, because basically you have to use Fesgother to make up for that attack boost, because you want to have attack boost. I know you're probably thinking to yourself, like, what if I don't have Fesgother? It's gonna be very hard, especially because I felt like with the attack boost it really helped a lot. That's the whole point. That's the reason why Thonar were so good, is because She gives you HP related stats, and she gives you attack boost. You always need attack when dealing with these demonic beasts, because these characters, these demonic beasts be having like over 700k HP. So when you don't have that attack boost, it's very hard to get rid of the bosses, especially when you have lower dupes. Now, fortunately for me, I do have a decent amount of dupes on my characters, because I really do invest in like PvE characters. So when I see a PvE character for like demonic beasts, I really try to go hard for them, unless they like some like support and stuff like that, like this MEGELLDA. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go 6-6 for this MEGELLDA, just because she does play a support role technically, but she was pretty fire for this. You are using Freyr because you need stance removal. Again, you do need Freyr for this. I already know a lot of people gonna be like, yo, what if I don't have Freyr? Well, with this MEGELLDA combination, you need Freyr because he has the only stance removal card. Oh man, like, I'm sorry, like, it's so hard to be like, yo, you can use this instead, you can use this instead, because either Netmarble is giving you like back-to-back trash banners, or they give you that one godly banner for you to like defeat almost everything. So it's very hard to just recommend characters. And this one's over. Again, I do have the defense down passive, which is really bad, but I'm gonna keep it. And I think I recorded a little bit late on my last. Okay, yeah, so this is the one where I recorded a little bit late, because I thought to myself, like, I had a really terrible passive. So I was like, yo, how can I beat this if I have a terrible passive? But I started to feel like, yo, I'm just getting like tanky and tankier, and he's not finishing me off as fast as I thought he was. And I was thinking to myself, wait, this could actually be a solid run, because he wasn't getting rid of me. Because I low-key wasn't going to like keep this passive, which is defense down one, but I started getting like good RNG. So sorry if this is a little bit late. Again, there's nothing crazy about this phase 1. All you doing is like stacking up stance removals and stuff like that, or, you know, just attacking regular until you can finish off the white boss. You don't really die too fast. All right, that's the thing I'm saying, you don't really die too fast. So there's not really much to say about that first phase to begin with. I wish I would have recorded the whole thing so you guys can see, but it was just most of the time me just stalling. Like, literally, it was just stalling the entire time. Like, I was gonna like fast forward that even faster because how much I was stalling, which is a good thing I did just leave it at the end. Again, there's nothing crazy. I usually do all the same plays that I do for all the other floors, where I try to push for like Elizabeth ultimates and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you didn't see what I did the rest of the part, it literally, like, I literally do the same thing all the time for all these bosses. And I was thinking about doing like a try to go for another run when using this team and try to record that second floor, but I ain't gonna lie, it was too much stalling for my taste. So I'm trying to go for that attack boost right here. I mean, if you see your attack boost, try to go for it as many times as possible. Now this is the one where they get like revived, so you attack like 5 times in a row. But then again, like I said before, if you have Elizabeth and MEGELLDA, you're defeating this pretty easy, honestly, because you have 2 healers technically. You have a lot of HP, and then you have Fesco who's giving you that attack boost. I'll probably talk about like the requirements you need and stuff like that at the beginning, if you don't really like pay attention right here. So you got the HP thing right there, you get rid of it, and now we heal again. Which is, again, it was really good. He takes away my gauge, and I think this is where I get like a stance. No, not a stance, a cleanse card, which was really helpful. The White Wolf ultimate doesn't do that much damage to me, so I didn't really like try to take away his gauge. What I try to do is just attack his Black Wolf as much as possible, just so I can get rid of him, and then I can also get my ultimate on Elizabeth and Freyr as well, because Freyr is technically my damage dealer. Because he has a death damage ultimate. So again, the White Wolf ultimate didn't do much damage, and you can see I'm healing a lot with MEGELLDA with the Retarmio Link. Literally healing almost half every single time. So I just take away your buff, ult, And I think I attacked. I think I'm gonna like, oh yeah, I do this so I get the attack boost. And then I attack with Freyr. Okay, yeah. Because I wanted my attack boost. Again, you want to play off that Holy Relic from Fesgother as well. Because it can be very helpful for getting attack boost. That's why I said you want attack boost boosting character. Like I was seeing my boy Amazing struggle on his free-to-play account using MEGELLDA without THONAR. And the thing I kept seeing with him, he was just lacking so much damage. Like he had a Freyr who's dance removing. He had a trade Meliodas. But he was like, he's not doing enough damage. So I just thought to myself like, yo, why don't you try Fesgother? But unfortunately on that man's free-to-play account, he doesn't have Fesgother. So he can't abuse the Holy Relic passive. Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe he could probably use like maybe Chad King instead. If you have his Holy Relic somehow, because then you get that base stat boost, a little bit. But you really do what you want is you want to have Fesgother Holy Relic because it's so good. Like it's just so good. Like getting that 25% attack boost is really needed for your team. Yeah, I think it's like 25. I think like 25, isn't it? I think it's the one where I cut off. Did I cut from right here? I think I wanted to heal. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't finish him off. Okay, so I wanted to heal right here. Cause I want to at least get off one little heal so I can be at full HP. And then I finish him off right here. And then ult. Cleanse. And then boom. MEGELLDA, finish him off. Alright, so we go into the floor 3. Now, floor 2 is the hardest one. Floor 3 is the easiest one of them all. And this one, you can see the full thing. Again, I wish I would have got floor 2, the whole thing. But it's usually going to be the same thing you're going to see on floor 3, what I'm about to do right now. Which is going to be pretty much stalling until we can remove stance card. Because this one is a lot worse. Because he has a taunt. Yeah. This one is a lot worse because he has a taunt on his stance card on a Black Wolf. So it's really bad if you don't have a stance removal. And sometimes RNG could really play a big part for this because if you don't get that stance removal card, you're going to be stalling for a very, very long time dealing with this boss. So that's why I like MEGELLDA, but obviously THONAR is a lot better because you have that stance removal, which give you 2 stance removal character, which could be very clutch. But again, this is a video for people who don't have MEGELLDA, right? So I mean, beggars can't be chooser. So you can see, I'm just still not getting no stance removal card. Again, the whole point is just pretty much just waste cards for the most part until you get a chance to use the stance removal card at the right time. So I'm just spamming cards for the most part. Again, it gets a little bit boring on this one because of that little taunt. That's why I always like try to preach about like stance removal characters. Now this is one where we have a stance removal, but he has his ultimate, and if you don't know what his ultimate does, pretty much it de-ranks your hand. So because of that fact, I thought to myself like, yo, I have to do my best not to de-rank my hand. So I try my best to try to avoid all that, and that's why you see I just click cards around and move it because I don't want to de-rank my hand. Like I know I have a stance removal card, but what's the point if my stance removal gonna get de-ranked from a silver to a bronze, and then it's gonna be pretty much useless. That's the thing with sometimes with these newer bosses that now they abuse like stances, like the wolves abuse stances, Nidhogg abuse stances, stuff like that. So I'm like hoping like maybe, like I don't know, maybe you get like better stance removal characters because of the fact that they abuse it so much. And you can see I'm doing a lot of damage. That's what I did last time on floor 2, by the way. Like I just stance remove and then finally just ults at the right time. That's why I say you really like it's hard to like to talk about what I did in floor 1. Well, I said floor 1, floor 2. It was just me just stalling until I had that one moment where I could just spam my ultimates. Again, it's nothing crazy, all right, guys. It's nothing crazy. You saw how well I was living on floor 3 against all this just from stalling. And now this one I kind of didn't like because I came in here with no ultimates really. But again, you're just kind of like trying to abuse the your ultimates. Like you're just spamming ultimates. Okay, he just spamming on me. Man, MEGELLDA tanks pretty well, man. MEGELLDA tanks, she tanks actually pretty solid on this boss. So I just over Freyr, do that, do this. I think I was going for the attack boost right there. Just get 1 gauge and get the attack boost. Yeah, that's what I like about MEGELLDA. Like, she does everything THONAR does, but stance removal and give you attack boost. That's it, man. She does everything THONAR does without giving you attack boost and stance and removing stance. Which again, she's just a bootleg THONAR at this point. She's a bootleg THONAR. Funny enough to say. So you just do this, and I'm just gonna be wasting cards. Again, I can't really do much because I don't have stance removal. I think I get a stance removal right here. We did a lot of damage too. I don't know if y'all been peeping that, but we did a lot of damage too right here. And we also trying to build up our ult gauge. And there goes our stance removal, which was really clutch. And lucky at me because he was really approaching his ultimate right here. So I just do this, ult, and then that. Again, she's really good. I ain't gonna lie. She's decent. She's decent. She's decent on the wolf. I can't lie. Like if you don't have THONAR, like she's actually solid right now. Okay, this is when I reset because I forgot I have the debuff thing on me, which lowers my attack by a lot. Yeah, you see. Don't question it. Don't question it. All right, so we back. I almost forgot. Like literally, I have this freaking stance thing on me. So I think I just ult right here. Yeah, I just ult and then attack. Cause then I push for my Liz ultimate and then heal right back up again. My ultimate still did decent damage. I think it's based on my max HP or something like that. So with that, his ultimate does damage, a lot of damage as well because of the max HP thing. I think with his ultimate, this is MEGELLDA. That's really solid. And I was literally just trying to decide on what I wanted to do. Because with this, I'll be able to get 3 gauge. And then there goes that. And now I have another attack boost. Which again is fine. Because now I can remove his stance. That's his stance, his buff. Put Elizabeth. And that's going to be pretty much it, man. Like, this is where we get rid of the Black Wolf. Again, we're going to get extra gauge right here as well. But we did with the attack boost. And then I think I just cleanse right here. To get rid of all the debuffs on me. Also, we get gauge from it as well. See, MEGELLDA giving us gauge is really, really solid, man. It's really solid as well. I can't even lie. That is really good for us. So he takes away my gauge, which is fine. Again, this MEGELLDA is just a replacement if you don't have THONAR. If you do have THONAR, THONAR is definitely a lot better than MEGELLDA. Just for the simple fact you can run like more variation of teams. This one is really, I feel like this one is probably gonna be stuck on this type of team that I'm showing you guys right now, featuring in Fast Gother. Just because of the fact that you need that Holy Relic attack boost, guys. Like, I mean, if you want to try it without it, you're gonna struggle a lot, but you really do want to have that. But again, hopefully you guys enjoy this this little meme. And this really, guys, and I'm out. Peace. Hopefully amazing you see this. Oh man.